Big up, guys. Big up, guys. Welcome to this preview for Arsenal versus the Bees. And obviously, I've got a guest on, of course, Luca from Luca Talks Ball. Obviously, we'll be on in a little while, probably around about 1:30. He's coming on. So we'll obviously chat about, obviously, us to begin with anyway, and go through all that and see what we can do against these lot. Got a comment here from Warren. Be up to you, Warren. Warren's Team Talk. Great to see you in here, bro. Brilliant. Go, Mr. B. It's time for the bees to start stinging. Yeah. It could be an ideal opportunity here for us to actually beat Arsenal and at their own gaff. That'd be amazing. But don't worry, I'm not underestimating them at all. I'm not taking them lightly because I know it still be a tricky task. Again, it's going to be tough still. Under no illusions, it's still going to be a little bit tough because even though maybe Arsenal may play their second string, I would think maybe a lot of their youngsters and fringe players maybe it's possible, but then that could still be tough. They still want to prove themselves, still want to do stuff, so it's not going to be that easy. But I think with this on their mind still, okay, they won 3-0 in the first leg. I think they mainly, I would think, be concentrating on that because the Premiership is done for them. They've no chance of catching Liverpool. So I think they've got to throw all their eggs in one basket here and go for the Champions League. And, I think... they'll be concentrating on that. So this would be sort of second, back of their memory, back of their mind sort of thing. It's not, front and centre, hopefully, for them. I mean, I was hoping they would get slapped up by Real Madrid, so they'll be down and lacking confidence, and this would make it even easier for us, maybe. But they are fairly confident now. Yeah, it's 3-0. The job isn't exactly done. It's halfway through. It's not done all the way. And it's Real Madrid. So if any team can come back from 3-0 down, it's Real, isn't it? We all know that, especially at their own ground. So I don't think Arsenal can afford to be complacent and go there and think the job's done, because it certainly isn't. But I think with that, maybe in their minds, maybe this is the ideal time to get them and maybe get our first win at the Emirates. Of course, we did beat them 2-0 a long while ago now when we came up, but a sort of distant memory in a way. But always remember it. Great memory, beating them 2-0. Can we do this again now, on Saturday? It'd be amazing. Be up to you, Harry. Hello, guys. Hope we're all good. Yeah, be up to you, bro. And thanks for coming in. Leave us whatever comments you want. Any questions, maybe for Luca when he comes on, leave them in the live chat. So even if he doesn't come on, obviously I will continue and I will have to obviously carry on. But I'm sure he will be. He says he will be. So anyway, we'll crack on and do the preview and talk about the bees and see what we're going to do here. Anyway, so I'll bring this up and there we go. The match preview, Arsenal versus the Bees, all from the Emirates, 5:30 kickoff on Saturday. The West Londoners' 5-game winning run away from home was ended by Newcastle, of course, as we know, Newcastle United. Before a goalless draw against Chelsea at the GTEC Community Stadium last time out, Mikel Arteta's side, meanwhile, defeated Real Madrid 3-0 in the UEFA Champions League quarter-final first leg on Tuesday evening. The pre-match analysis, Steven Gillette, playmaker stats, the fascinating set-piece battle on Saturday. Yeah, well, look at that. Wonderful strike there. on Declan Rice. Incredible goals, 2 brilliant goals, free kicks, as we know. We've got to be wary of that. If he plays, I mean, it's possible they will keep him now, keep him back for the second leg, I would have thought. And I thought he looked like he had an injury. I could be wrong. But hopefully, well, if he does play, we got to make sure we don't give away any free kicks in that area, because he's going to be dangerous. Harry's saying there, are the Bees linked to any players so far for the upcoming summer? Not really, mate. Well, I think there are 1 or 2 rumours as such, but nothing concrete yet about any major players we're after. I mean, we have been linked with a few. Of course, there's Dibbling that we're still interested in, I believe. But of course, if Man United or some other big team comes in for him, I'm sure he could be going there rather than us, I guess. But it'd be a fantastic signing. And while we're at it, Southampton, we'd love that Sulemana. Oh, he's brilliant on that wing. He's pacey, skillful. Another player I'd love, that Sulemana from Southampton. That'd be amazing. But there are quite a few others. I think we certainly got to sort out the defence, the goalie situation. I still don't want Flecken there, really. I want someone else in goal. I think we need to buy, another goalie. But whether that'll happen, probably not. But who knows? You never know. Hopeful of a lot of stuff. I think the main thing is we're tying down our best players that we got, that we need to keep. We obviously give Damsgaard a new contract, so he's got that. Norgard, another 2-year contract. And, we're tying these players down. Lewis Potter got that tied down to contracts. And, of course, Bramo and Visser need to be tied down. So we need to keep hold of them. It's not going to be easy for them because there'll be a lot of teams after them, I think. But, yeah, the main thing is we keep hold of our best players now. Dibbling is a brilliant player. Got a lot of potential. Sulemana, I can see leaving Saints in the summer too. Yeah, if we get those 2, well, that'd be something. That'd be brilliant. That'd be amazing. I still think we need another proper striker. I mean, I know we got Thiago, who we got as a replacement for Tony, of course. And the thing is, he's been injured a lot. Is the problem. But I think if we can somehow maybe get another one, I mean, there's plenty around. There's probably ones in the Championship we could look at. I think we was after that Josh Sargent, at one stage. I think his name's Josh Sargent, yeah. From Norwich. I don't know if that's still happening or we're still looking at him. But that would be a great player, I think, to get in. He does score a lot. I know it's only the Championship, but I thought he looked decent when he was in the Premier with them as well. So that'd be a great one for us if we could go for somebody like him. So, but anyway, let's get back. I want to get back to doing this, talk about this. Yeah, we've got to be careful there with Rice there. He was special fried rice, wasn't he, basically, after the Tuesday's match. But anyway, Brentford travelled to the Emirates this Saturday with Arsenal in dreamland after an emphatic victory over Real Madrid in the quarterfinals of the Champions League on Tuesday. On the back of what was a famous night in North London, the logical starting point for this preview has to be free kicks. Declan Rice's 2 sublime strikes, they were brilliant, against the reigning Champions League holders were incredibly the first free kicks he has scored throughout his entire professional career. The first curled sumptuously around the wall, the second positively thumped into the postage stamp in the top corner of Thibaut Courtois' goal. Furthermore, Arsenal haven't scored a single direct free kick in the Premier League this season. In fact, only 7 teams have: Brighton 2, Chelsea 2, Everton 2, Man United 2, Bournemouth, Spurs and West Ham. Mikel Merino's superb left-footed strike sealed the Gunners' 3-0 first leg win over Los Blancos. And Arsenal now stand on the cusp of their first Champions League semi-final since 2008-9, when they were defeated over 2 legs by a Manchester United side destined to lose to Barcelona in the final. Merino's gorgeous goal was fitting to win a game, but it was well and truly overshadowed by Rice's 2 ballistic free kicks. And there's no doubt that the Gunners are an excellent dead ball side, made even more dangerous given their England midfielders' current form. Arsenal were by far the most prolific dead ball side in the top flight last season, with 30 of their 91 Premier League goals stemming from set pieces, 20, or penalties, 10, and they are right up there again this term. The sight of a posse of red and white jerseys huddling at the back post is a familiar one. The currently injured Gabriel, a notable handful from corners this season. We're lucky he's out in the way, because he would be dangerous there, so it's a good job he is out. Sorry to Arsenal fans, I know he's important to you lot, but I'm glad he's out, to be honest, with all 3 of the Brazilians' league goals stemming from them. This set-piece subplot promises to be a fascinating one this Saturday, especially as Brentford had the best record in the division defending them. Well, let's hope we can defend it on Saturday. Be brilliant. We need to. Thomas Frank's quest for marginal gains and layers he can add to his team's armoury is apparent in the Bees' efficiency in dealing with opposing set pieces. The West Londoners having only shipped 2 goals all season from free kicks, corners or throw-ins. Further, no team has conceded fewer penalties in the top flight than Brentford, 1 in 24-25. 2 clear lessons Brentford can learn from glancing at Arsenal's corner stats this season is that A, the Gunners win a lot of them, 202 this season, ranking them 3rd, and B, they absolutely love an in-swinger. In fact, 185, 92% of those corners have been bent towards their opponent's goal this term, the most in the top tier. Arsenal and Brentford actually share many of the same strengths, and the last one will highlight concerns chance creation. A focus on fashioning high-quality chances can make all the difference at elite level. And in addition to increasingly popular metrics, such as expected goals and expected threat, a team's average shooting distance can help evaluate the quality of their opportunities. Last season, Brentford shot from an average distance of 15.6 yards, closer to goal than any other team in the division. And the Bees have improved to 15.4 yards on those numbers this season. However, Arsenal 14.9 yards have edged ahead of them this season in this statistic. And Arteta's side currently shoot from closer to goal than any team in the Premier League. The Gunners' set-piece prowess, no doubt, a factor. Saturday's late kickoff has all the ingredients to be a fantastic clash, and with their hosts' minds full of unfinished business in Madrid, Brentford will target a first away win against Arsenal since 1938. It's about time, isn't it? Let's be honest. Item 1 on the game plan, don't let Rice shoot from range. Yeah, I've already mentioned that. We don't want that. No. Scout report, Dan Long, Sky Sports Arsenal may rest players for Bees clash. That's what I'm thinking, I hope. Arsenal were still in the Premier League title race at the turn of the year, even though they trailed Liverpool by 6 points after the New Year's Day win over Brentford at the G-Tech. We can only win our next match and see what happens. It's not in our hands, said Mikel Arteta afterwards. Losing Bukayo Saka to a hamstring injury on 21st of December was just the Christmas present they didn't need. He had 9 goals and 14 assists in just 24 games in all competitions and was absolutely flying before he was sidelined. They got by, but the injury concerns were not to end there. Gabriel Jesus sustained an ACL injury in the FA Cup third-round defeat to Manchester United, just as he was starting to hit a purple patch, and Kai Havertz tore his hamstring during a warm weather trip to Dubai in February. Both will miss the remainder of the season. Gabriel Martinelli was unavailable for most of February and the start of March too. The Gunners' attack has been decimated this season, but the slight upside has been that has facilitated the breakthrough of wonder kid Ethan Wanieri, who has 8 goals and 2 assists in 31 games so far this term. He's already playing for England's under-21 despite having just turned 18. I think he could easily play for the seniors, to be honest. I think he's that great. The decision not to sign a striker in January has come back to bite Arsenal, who now have midfielder Mikel Merino leading the line. Doing a fairly good job, though, to be honest. In fairness, he has scored 6 in his last 10 for the club. But it would not have been anyone's first choice for the Spain international to be playing there. An out-and-out number 9 might have given them a chance of still being in the title race at this point in the season. They have only won 2 of the last 6 Premier League games, with 3 draws and a defeat in the other 4. They scored only twice in those games, despite generating 5.62 XG. Hope of catching Liverpool has been all but abandoned now. There are 21 points left to play for, and Arsenal trail by 11 going into Saturday's game. It's not impossible, that's important to say. It would take a minor miracle from here. And so now the focus is on ensuring they secure second place for a 3rd season in succession. It would match a record that the club set at the end of 2000 and 2001, albeit a relatively unattractive one. If nothing else, it highlights a level of consistency. Arteta will just be hoping this is the last practice run before, as they have been threatening, they finally get their hands on the Premier League trophy after a wait of more than 2 decades. And don't forget the Champions League. The crucial quarter-final second leg against Real Madrid at the Bernabeu comes just 4 days after this game. So the success of this season could well hinge on that one night in the Spanish capital. They might even be tempted to rest some players for the visit of Brentford to North London. In the dugout, we know this clown is the manager, but I suppose they'll probably still put a statue up of him if they win the Champions League or something, you know. Get that clown a statue, why not? Bloody fraud tower. And quite a lot of their supporters will probably still want to keep him, still want him in the job. But okay, mate. I'll bring you on soon, Luca. Don't worry. Just finishing this off, bro. And then I'll bring you on, mate. No worries. Mikel Arteta was a product of Barcelona's famed La Masia youth set-up in the late 1990s and started his professional career at Barcelona B, for whom he played until 2002, with a loan spell at Paris Saint-Germain preceding his sale to Rangers. In 2002-03, the first of his 2 seasons at Ibrox, he lifted the Scottish Premier League and League Cup after 68 appearances and 14 goals in all competitions. He returned to Spain in the summer of 2004 and signed for Real Sociedad. However, his time at Anoeta was over in a flash. He started 3 league games during the first half of the season before joining Everton on loan. He was an instant hit at Goodison Park and signed a 5-year deal in 2005. He ended up staying for 7 seasons and more than 200 appearances. Such was his talent that there was even speculation he could play for England under Fabio Capello. Sorry, I've got to laugh at that. No. Having not received a Spain call-up, I wonder why. They ultimately did not materialise. In August 2011, Arteta signed for Arsenal and 3 years later was appointed club captain by Arsene Wenger. He appeared 150 times for the Gunners, winning the FA Cup and Community Shield on 2 occasions each. Familiar thing for him, isn't it? FA Cup and Community Shield. Well, got two dinner plates, hasn't he? He retired in 2016 at the age of 34 and soon became part of Pep Guardiola's coaching team at Man City. In 2018, he was linked with a return to the Emirates Stadium after Wenger's exit. Though the fellow Spaniard, Unai Emery, brilliant, what a manager, although disappointing the other day for Villa yesterday. It's terrible. Took on the role of manager at that time. Arteta replaced him in December 2019. He led them to a second FA Cup win in 4 years, but could not prevent an 8th place finish, the lowest since 94-95. That's another thing they got used to, 8th place for a little while, wasn't it? The 42-year-old surpassed 250 games in charge of the Gunners in late 2024, a milestone only 9 managers in the club's history have reached. Under his stewardship, Arsenal have so far lifted the FA Cup once and the Community Shield twice. Yeah, 2 dinner plates. Yeah, in an FA Cup. Right. The game plan. The football's Kaynak explains how Mikel Arteta is likely to set his side up to face the Bees. It will be just a classic 4-3-3 formation, said Kaynak. Arsenal have played it under Mikel Arteta for years now, and I do not think they are going to change it. As I mentioned, Mikel Merino makes things a little bit different in the sense that I know I said he is a traditional number 9, but he does drop into spaces and vacates it and creates space for the wingers to run into, which is quite interesting. And with Bukayo Saka back, there will be quite a heavy focus on that right-hand side where Arsenal try to attack and again set pieces are always a big thing for Arsenal, as we saw at the G-Tech last time round. Yeah. I do remember it, yeah. Anyway, I'll bring Luca on and we'll go into this a bit more.
Big up, man. How are you, man?
Yeah, cool, man. Cool. Congrats
I'm
to the other
good.
winning against Real. Only the
Yeah,
first leg, but
only the first leg though, but I'm still gassed.
I bet you are. Yeah, a lot of Arsenal fans are. I should think.
Yeah,
But
100%, bro.
the job's only half done, mate. So, but you still got to go there, and that's going to be tricky at the Bernabeu. You are 3-0
Look for
up,
me.
but
Look for me. We're 3-0 up in
mm,
the first leg
yeah,
against Real Madrid. I said it on Josh's podcast. I said it on my match reaction the other night. I said, look, it was a fantastic performance. Don't get me wrong. Probably the best performance I've seen in an Arsenal shirt. And Declan Rice scoring 2 massive free kicks.
yeah,
Unbelievable. To go to Madrid with a 3-goal lead, with potentially a semi-final Champions League waiting to play either PSG or Aston Villa. And
mm,
look, I don't think the tie's not mathematically done. We've seen strange things happen. I see a lot of people saying Real Madrid can come back. They might come back. But I'm
mm.
confident we will get to the semi-final. If we score first, they've got to get 4 or 5.
Well, yeah,
And I don't see Real Madrid getting 4 against Arsenal. I really don't. They might win the game, but I don't see them qualifying. I think for me, Carlo Ancelotti's pressure is under his belt,
mm,
and that's the problem. If Ancelotti, right, loses that, his job could be under the line. And look, regardless if he does go through or not, I still think he'll be gone at the end of the season. Because Real Madrid want to actually move on. Ancelotti's been there on a few occasions. He's won everything. They need a new challenge. They need to go for someone fresh, maybe like a Xabi Alonso of resistance. I don't know, but fantastic result, man. And like I was watching PSG last night. Um, Mate, if
fuck,
it it's
mate.
it's gonna
Yeah,
be a really difficult task, and if it does happen, PSG v Arsenal, I do think that's probably gonna be the toughest game. Barcelona, of course, are pretty much through to the semi-final. They're
yeah,
gonna play either Inter Milan or Bayern Munich. Um, I'm hoping they get Inter Milan, and because I want to avoid Barcelona because Barcelona is a team who really scare me, and PSG and Barca are the two teams I'm a bit really worried about, and a lot of people said it could be a Barca PSG final. I really hope not. I really hope we get to the final.
mm,
But I'm confident we can do PSG. I really can. But let's see. Maybe I don't want to jump into the conclusion because obviously I said in my podcast we're going to win the Champions League. Maybe I had too much
yeah,
excitement, but I kind of feel like look, it's going to be really 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 difficult
mm,
for Arsenal to get it over the line to winning the Champions League. That's the problem. And yes, we're beating Real Madrid, but
yeah,
wouldn't it be so great if we can go and beat them again at the Bernabeu? and it would just be fantastic, Mr. B.
Of course it would, but I mean, I still think it's going to be tough for you, and you can't jump too far ahead there at the moment. It's going to be a tough one at the Bernabeu, and they've done it before. I think they come back from deficits before Real Madrid, so it really isn't over. I think you still need to maybe get one more goal to really be sure there.
Well, yeah. Look for me. If we take the lead against Real Madrid, because a lot of people say, "Oh, yeah, we've seen it." Liverpool came back from 4-0, 3-0 down, or something like that against Barcelona. PSG were cruising, and then Barcelona brought it back. And like we've seen strange things happen. Okay, in the previous years, right? And Barcelona did that in 2016. Sorry, I had a phone call.
No
Barcelona
worries.
did that in 2016, right?
Yeah.
And then, of course, PSG almost made that comeback, and Liverpool are pretty much did the same thing. No, I'm not Arteta in, mate. Not until he wins the Champions League, bro. So enough all this waffling stuff.
Flop. Yeah.
Huh?
No, you're not, mate. You're not a flip
But
flop
yeah,
there.
look, of course we are taking on you boys on the
Yeah,
weekend, right?
that's the big one now for you.
And
No, is he gone now? I don't know. Looks like he's gone, I think. Anyway, yeah, that is the big one, as Luca says now. They've got to play us, and this could be a big one for us. This could be our real chance of beating Arsenal at the Emirates. What a better chance. I know I've said it before. It's come back to bite me in the fucking arse, but I've done that. I've done that against Spurs. I said, we can easily beat Spurs at home. We can, what floor with them? They're shit. They're nothing. But we still ended up losing. So yeah, no worries, mate. There's obviously doing something there, Luca. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, I thought that was a great chance when we should have beaten Spurs at home. They were poor. They were a poor team, really. But we somehow just fail to deliver. It just doesn't happen. And I hope for once it does here. Because I know when we first come up, we were doing this to teams. We were beating the bigger teams. We beat the Uniteds and Chelsea and even Spurs, of course, we did beat. And we beat Liverpool. And so, it was happening. We could do that. Yeah, we had the likes of Tony and whatever. We had the extra threat. As much as I hate the guy for what he's done, he was brilliant as a player most of the time for us, and got plenty of goals. Maybe that's one thing we are maybe lacking a little bit. Although I think we're still threatening with Bremo and Visser and others. Damsgaard, of course, Lewis Potter. We got quite a bit going forward in a way that they're very good. And maybe now is the time, but I just feel if they don't do something, I mean, we were a bit poor against Chelsea, I thought, that 0-0. I want Bremo and Visser to really turn up and have a great game and just really turn it on, which I know they can do. And the others, Damsgaard's having a great season. He's been amazing. I hope he does something here. Norgard, brilliant. That's most goals he's ever got for us probably this season, Norgard. He's not really, as you say, not really a goal-scoring midfielder as such, but he has turned up with some important goals this season, Norgard. So I think this could be a great chance for us, and I'm not going to speak and really confirm what I'm thinking here, and make sure it's definitely going to happen, because I don't think you can always say it's definitely going to happen. But to beat, Arsenal, because they're not really, this should be at the back of their minds now, the Premier. And it's all about the Champions League, surely, because they got no chance with the Premier. There's no chance catching Liverpool. That was gone quite a few months ago, or even last year maybe at some stage. So, that is gone, I think. Well, anyway, here are the officials. Oh, Hooper, Simon Hooper. Another poor ref, let's be honest. Is there any decent refs around? I'd like to know. to be honest. He's another poor one. Assistants Adrian Holmes and Simon Long, and fourth official Will Finney, and VAR James Bell. Simon Hooper will be the man in the middle at Emirates Stadium on Saturday. The Wiltshire-born referee has already taken charge of 3 Brentford games this term, all of which have come at the GTEC Community Stadium. And we haven't lost, actually, any of them. He had the whistle for the home games against West Ham 1-1, Newcastle 4-2, and most recently Everton 1-1. So he can't be that bad. I guess we haven't lost any of them, at least. So maybe he's our good luck charm as well. Who knows? Well, of course, this will be away, not at home, but there we go. Saturday will also be his 4th Arsenal fixture this season, having previously officiated the Gunners' home wins against Nottingham Forest and Tottenham, as well as their 5-1 victory at Crystal Palace just prior to Christmas. Yeah, memorable meeting. I do remember this one. Arsenal won, the Bees won. Yeah, Tony's still there, look. 11th February 2023. I definitely remember this. We probably could have won this game, to be honest. Brentford came from behind to pick up a 1-1 draw at Arsenal and extend their unbeaten Premier League run to 10 games. Yeah, I do remember those days. Brilliant, brilliant. Leandro Trossard passed into the back of the net. From Bukayo Saka's teasing low cross to put the hosts in front on 66 minutes. Ivan Toney, who had earlier hit the crossbar and sent a shot just wide of the mark, headed in the equaliser 8 minutes later as the Bees picked up a deserved point at Emirates Stadium. Yeah, probably could have won it, as I say. But still, we didn't. But I thought we was great in that one. I really thought we was brilliant. Yeah, so I think Luca's still gone for a little while. I'll just carry on. And yeah, when he comes back, we go more into the Arsenal team, what he thinks they're going to do. And be up to you, Mel. Great to see you in here. I'll have to remind Luca he's got to pay you some money, hasn't he? I don't know how much he owes you now. But you were right, weren't you? About Arsenal beating Real Madrid. Well, in the first leg, anyway. You were spot on, Mel. And whatever he owes you, make sure he pays up, you know? Because, yeah. Because obviously that was amazing, a fantastic win. And Rice, brilliant, 2 great goals. So, amazing. Yeah, be up to you, Joe. Be up, Mr. B and Luca. Yeah. Yeah, well, Luca's gone doing something at the moment. I don't know what. We'll be back soon. Mel there, I said we will beat them over 2 legs. Be up. Yeah. Well, you still got the second leg, though. So, but the first leg, well, was superb, wasn't it? So, if you do a performance like that again, well, it'll actually be more defensive a little bit. Although I wouldn't defend all the time. I think Real would really slap you up a bit if you tried to defend all the time. Yeah, what kit will you wear against us? Yeah, I already had that from Josh. Yeah. Hopefully the green. I prefer the green to the pink. To be honest, I'm not really into that pink strip. Not really. I hope it's the green. I've ordered the green top, so decided to get that. It's gone down in price as well. I mean, they're too expensive, some of these especially with you like Arsenal. You get them out all the time, these tops and kits. So it's too much money. It's so expensive. So I get them when they come down in price a bit more. And I've obviously ordered the green top. I like the green one. As I say, not so much the pink. But hopefully it'll be that one, I'm hoping. But it don't matter as long as we perform. We do something against you lot. It's going to be a big game for us as well as you. Well, not you as such, because you haven't really got the Premier to go for anymore. But obviously you want to try and cement second. I get that. But you're going to play a second team, I would say. That's what I reckon. But I'll have a look. Let's have a look at our team and see what we're going to do before Luca comes back, and he'll have to he'll go into his one then. There we go. That's the green one there. That's the one I hope they wear. Pretty good, that one. I like that. Pretty good. See, now it's 32.50. Yeah. So that's why I've got it. Got that now. It's gone down. Well, it's £65 originally. Yeah. Extortionate, isn't it? Rip off, really. Let's be honest. Right, so let's get back to this. And right, these obviously you played Chelsea. That was 0-0, bit dull, bit shit, really. We weren't that great. Yeah, shared West London derby, yeah, 0-0. Not great, really. I don't know how Thomas Frank could say we deserved to win it, because I don't think either team deserved to win. I thought Chelsea weren't great either. Thought they were pretty poor. But anyway, let's get back to this. And yeah, Flecken, no doubt he'll be in goal again. I don't want him to be in goal, but he will be against you lot on Saturday. As long as you don't cock up again like you did on New Year's Day, last time he played you lot. And I was there, and it was bloody hurtful and excruciating at that game, watching that on New Year's Day. Fucking terrible. And of course, Flecken made a cock up there. But anyway, Luca's back, so we'll go into the teams now and see what he's going to do, what he thinks they're going to do, Arsenal anyway. So hold on a minute. Oh, not that one. Hold on. Lost my track now, what I was doing. Anyway, you're back, mate. And so what do you think your team's going to be here for Saturday? It's going to be Raya, I would take it. Yeah, can't hear you, Luca. Can't hear you, mate. Sound. Can't hear you, man. Your audio. Can't hear you. Come on, Luca, sort it out, man. You're a professional. Come on, man. How long have you been doing your channel now? Come on.
Can you hear me now?
Come on.
Can you hear me now?
Channel, bro. Yeah, man. I can hear you.
You can hear me now, yeah?
Yeah, what happened before, man? Come on, sort it out, man.
StreamYard are wankers, mate.
Yeah, blame them, mate. Blame them.
I know.
Yeah.
But no, look, I think defence, we should make quite a few changes in that, regardless, because
Be Raya in goal.
we've got that game against Real Madrid. Yeah, I'll go with Raya in goal, but I like to give maybe the likes of Ben White an opportunity, because we know Gabriel's out for the rest of the season. We'd have to go with Saliba, or you rest Saliba for Real Madrid to play him against Real Madrid. What I would do is, because I think a lot of people haven't realised that, and I know a lot of people would say they want to go with Saliba.
Yeah.
I'd go with Ben White and Kivior at centre back, and then play Timber at right back, because we don't have anyone else. Calafiori's not back. Tomiyasu's not back. So and Tomiyasu's out for the rest of the season. So I'd go with Ben White and Kivior at centre back, Timber at right back, and I'd chuck in Kieran Tierney in this game and rest Miles Lewis Skelly. I'd make quite a few changes there. That's what I'd do.
Yeah, but
Because I would rest Saliba. I would rest Saliba and then go for Saliba for Real Madrid, because I don't want to take a risk. Even the Timber the other night has played a lot of game time, because we can't really drop Timber, because who can you play at right back? Kivior can do a job at right centre back, because there's not anyone else who you can do. We haven't got any other defenders.
Yeah. Yeah, well, if you do that, I think that'd be a better chance for us even. Although I think Tierney would be better than someone else at left back, say like Kirill. I still think Kirill's a weak link for you. I don't think he's that great. I think he could be got at. Saliba's one of your
Yeah,
best.
Kivior can be caught out. I think he's had a good game in the last 2 games
Yeah,
against
even
against.
he was quite good, but I still think he might have a cock up. He might, is he that consistently having great games? I don't think he will. He could, he could foul against us a bit. So, and then you got obviously Gabriel's out. That's a real gut wrencher, sickener for you. Gabriel's out all season, and you still got Binchenko there. Don't forget, and all that. So. Maybe throw him in, as you say, or Timber, or obviously all that. But Ben Shire, I think could easily cock up as well. I don't think as much as him as maybe a lot of you Arsenal fans do. I don't think he's that great. So yeah, I'm not that worried about that defence at all. I think we got a chance there, but the midfield could be different. What do you think there, Party? Would he get a
I
game
think
on? He got
midfield, I'd make quite a few changes because it's going to be interesting. I said this on Josh's channel yesterday with me, him, and Seb. Like the midfield, I'd go with Mika Moreno in midfield. I'd probably rest Declan Rice and Thomas Partey. I'd probably rest them for Madrid away. I'd go with a three: Jorginho, Odegaard, and Mika Moreno. I'd
yeah.
really do. I'd give Partey and Rice, have them on the bench, but I think one of them is going to start. Um, But I'd go with I would rest Declan Rice because Rice came off with a little bit of a foot problem, and majority look he's not major injured, it's probably just a bit of a knock, and the same as
Yeah.
Bukayo Saka. So I'd have Rice and Partey in the squad, but I'd go with Mika Moreno and Odegaard and Jorginho in the majority.
Yeah,
Doesn't mean I'm going to say Brentford that's going to give an opportunity because Partey and Rice is our two best double pivot in midfield.
well, yeah. Well, we certainly don't want Rice playing. If he does that with the free kicks again, we be fucked if he does. But I mean, we certainly don't want him playing against us. But I think some of them others, I don't think much. I don't think Jorginho's finished as far as I'm concerned. I don't think he's that great. I don't think Odegaard's as great as people think. I mean, why would Real Madrid would have kept him if he was that great, wouldn't they? Let's be honest.
Yeah,
And
Real Madrid would have. Yeah, but Real Madrid would not want to keep Odegaard. He doesn't even get in the team. They don't think that Odegaard isn't good. This is why Spanish football and their standards over there is so much better than England.
mm,
Like
yeah,
sacking managers straight away, getting rid of these players straight away, replacing better squads and better players.
yeah. And I'm not sure even about Party, to be honest. I don't think he can be got out. He's a bit slow on the ball sometimes. I think he can be caught.
Sometimes, yeah, it can be. Party's been our best midfielder this season. He was
Yeah,
unreal on the weekend. Sometimes, occasionally, even the game against Real Madrid on Tuesday, he was a bit slow at times to start off the game. But you're playing against Real Madrid.
yeah, yeah. But that's more your first thing, your ultimate thing now is the Champions League, isn't it? This is secondary now, the Premier to you. So
Yeah,
really,
it
this is
is.
not as important. This game to you is it? It's the
No,
Champions
but you
League.
still want to win some games to build momentum. Otherwise, it's going to kill the confidence.
Yeah, but I'm not sure you're going to. You might take us a bit too lightly in this one, in a way.
It's like the Everton game. We never took it seriously. Like we weren't really up for it.
Yeah,
Like we had the
yeah,
better chances. It's just we couldn't take them.
exactly. But Moreno, what a sort of thing he's turned out to be as a striker. He's okay. He's not consistently scored, but he's got some
No.
great goals. I mean, that third goal was a brilliant goal. Okay, the Rice goal was overshadowed it. Let's be honest, but it was still a very good goal he got, and he seems to be relishing that a little bit, that striking role. But you do need a proper striker. Let's be honest. You can't keep going on with this all the time,
No,
can
we
you?
need to. Yeah, you can't keep swapping positions. Like jumping Moreno up front. Don't get me wrong. People need to give credits due about Mika Moreno. Like obviously, I give him Moreno a bit of stick this season, but he's scored 8 goals since February since he's come in. Yeah, like he's done a good job,
Hmm.
but he shouldn't be the striker for the long term. We shouldn't be relying on other positions to play a job. It's like playing a computer game. It's like playing FIFA or Football Manager mode. You want to end up putting someone up front. No, you can't do that. This is why you have to end up getting a bigger squad. It's about balancing your squad.
Yeah, for sure. But anyway, your strikers there. Well, what strikers you got? Martinelli, I suppose.
Well, we don't really have anyone. Would I play Bukayo Saka for the game? Yeah, I'll play Bukayo Saka. I think Saka will be okay. I wouldn't play him for 90 minutes. I'd probably go with Martinelli, Saka. I bring Ethan Wanyeni in the team. I'll bring him in. Um, but yeah, really. But yeah, would Trossard deserve an opportunity start? Because
Yeah.
would you want to start Trossard, Mr. B? Because Trossard came on the other day and he helped the goal for Mikel Moreno for the third goal against Real Madrid. But maybe Trossard could start. What I would do is maybe go with Saka, Wanyeni, and maybe Martinelli. I don't know. It's hard to tell.
Well, I think the only ones we could be worried about is maybe like Saka and whatever. I think Trossard is good on his day. He has moments when he goes out of games, he can be lazy, don't do enough. He don't do enough in the game. But when he's on his game, he's superb. I don't know if he'll have Sterling playing him or anything, but as we know, Jesus and Havertz are out, so they won't be playing. Well, at least we won't have the German giraffe playing against us, who usually always fucking scores against us when he plays. So that's a good thing. So we're happy about that. You know, I think I rate Trossard still. When he's on his game, he's brilliant. And of course, Saka, we know what he can do, the star boy. So that's going to be tough. But other than that, I don't think we've got a lot else to worry about. You know, unless they do so. You know, I think they're the only two that maybe Martinelli as well on his day could do something when he's at his best. But, you know, I don't think we've got as much to worry about this time. And maybe he could be a threat as well if he plays. Because he is quality, I rate him, you know. But, you know, I'm not sure it's as bad as we might think, because I think our defence could handle this maybe. You know, and really our defence is a bit weaker than it used to be. But it's still decent, you know. It's still a decent defence, but it's not as great as it was when we came up. You know, when we had that backbone in my throats, fucking playing up. That's what you get from shouting at your teammate and stuff like that, getting angry. But yeah, as you probably know. But yeah, it is bad when you get angry. But anyway,
It is.
But obviously, yeah. But yeah, this is so what do you think the final say what you're gonna confirm here? You think it'd be a probable team?
I think for me, look, maybe up front it could go different ways, Mr. B, because maybe you can give I don't know, would Sterling get a runabout against I don't know, maybe. I think he'll go with yeah, there's me, mate. There's me, man. I'm on loan, mate. Tea break. Fabio Vieira's on loan, mate. No, he's a player who I don't want him back. He has no future at this football club. I could stay in Portugal, blah 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 blah, mate. Like let this guy go on a free, maybe get a few million quid for him because this guy is so bad. But no, up front I'd go with Bukayo Saka, Martinelli, and Wanyeni. Really, maybe I don't know Martinelli down the middle. Or maybe, in fact, no, change my plan. I'd rest Martinelli. I'd go with Wanyeni, Trossard, and then Bukayo Saka, Trossard in the middle.
Yeah, it's not bad. That's sort of a decent front line there.
Ethan's got to get a runabout. He didn't start against Real Madrid, so he's got to get a runabout to get a bit of confidence again.
Yeah, it ain't bad. It's still decent, but I don't think.
But I think Arsenal won't make too many changes. I can see Jorginho getting a game.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's pretty good for us looking at this. I don't think it'd be real major threats. I mean, okay, yeah, it's still a good team. It's still a great team. It's still going to be good, but I don't think it's as threatening as it could be when you have all your big players there. every single big player you've got, you know, lots of Gabriel at the back and everything, you know. I think this is going to be a little bit, not say really easy for us, but you know, mate, a real big chance. There's a gap there we could go through and get a win, I think. But maybe I'm just trying to be a bit too confident here. I don't know. But I just look at my this team, and I think this would be pretty much what we'd play almost. Anyway, against you, Fleck, and obviously Aya, Lewis Potter, probably. I'm not sure about Yarma Look. He may bring Jensen back for this. I think he's fit now. Collins, obviously, Vandenberg. You got there Bramo, Norgard, Visser, Damsgaard, Shardy. I think that could be the team nearly. You know, I think we may have Henry playing. He may start. Rico Henry. He's back and fit. And maybe Hickey as well. But he might be on the bench, Hickey. So, yeah, that could be the team. Pretty much. Are you still there, Luca, or what? Are you there, mate? No, I don't know if he's there or not. Anyway, yeah, I'll just see what he thinks of that and what he thinks the threats are and so forth. But I'm going to have to do the other one later now. The guys, the buzz still buzzing. I'm going to have to do that one later now, guys. That debate show, because obviously this has gone on longer than I thought, and it was going to be at 2. So it'd probably be around sort of 5. Well, actually, no, it won't be about 5. It'd be about 3. Probably about 3, because I've got that thing with Josh later, the preview, because I'm doing another preview stream on his for this game. So True Gooner, obviously. So I'll be on there later, guys. So that'll be at 4 o'clock. So the buzz still buzzing. We'll probably be on at about 3. Sorry. Unless I do it at 5 before the other game, because I know there's the Chelsea game is on earlier, the Conference League thing, Europa Conference. So I may just do a half-hour one or something later. But it depends. But anyway, Luca's back again. So you there, mate? You okay? You there? You there, Luca? Can't hear you again. Don't know if you're talking or what, but he's gone. Right. Anyway, never mind. What we'll do, I'll do my prediction. Because I think this probably will be our team almost. I still think we got a good chance here, but oh no, he's back actually. We'll do that in a minute. So you're back now, Luca. Can you hear me? Have you got your sound on, audio? Oh, sorry, he's off. Oh, it helps if I had you, doesn't it?
Hello, mate. Can you hear me?
Yeah, man. Yeah, can hear you. So
Yeah,
what out of these do you think is a threat to you here, out of our team here?
I think for me, Wiss is a threat. Mwembu is a bit of a threat as well. He's a very good goal scorer. He might end up scoring against us as well. I think you're very good at set pieces. I think you can score good set pieces.
Yeah.
We are very good at set pieces. I think mainly your attack, like Mbembu and Wissa and even Damsgaard is a threat as well.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's having a great season. He's been brilliant this season.
Yeah, he is.
Shardy, I think he's, no one you can't rule out. Shardy, he's very good, and he's had a decent season as well. It's been his best season since he's come here, I would say. Norgard's actually scoring a few this season. Most he's scored since he's come to us. He's not really what you call an attacking midfielder, but he does seem to get goals,
Well, yeah, because the trouble is he's very, very good at scoring goals. That's the problem.
Mm.
He's very, very good at scoring goals, and that's the problem. So
Yeah. I think we sort of did dry up a bit with our free scoring. You know, when we was getting 4s or 5s at one stage or whatever. We've sort of dried up a little bit with that, but I feel we really got a chance here of getting something against you. I think we're going to predictions now, mate, and I'm going to go for either a 2-2 or 2-1 up, 2-1 bees.
for me, look, I think this game's got a draw all over it. I think I can see this game end up being a draw because I feel like we've got our eyes going on to Real Madrid. On paper, I do think we could win the game maybe 2-1, but I think if it goes with a strong team, I think we'll edge it 2-1. But I can see this being a draw, man, because I just feel like we've got our eyes on Real Madrid. I think a lot of players are getting excited going to Bernabeu, the Premier
Yeah,
League title. So I can see this being a 1 draw. I actually think you guys can get a draw in this game.
yeah,
Something tells me I can see this game being a draw, man. I don't know why. I've got this bad feeling we're going to draw the game. I don't know why. And then we'll end
yeah,
up beating Real Madrid on Wednesday night. But
yeah. I wouldn't take that as a given yet,
I
mate.
think
To
it'd
be
be a
honest.
draw, mate. I can see. Mr. B. I can see this being a 1 draw.
Well, yeah,
Because we
I'd
don't
love.
do well at 5:30 kickoffs. We don't do well at 5:30 kickoffs. Think about it. We like even last season as well. We
Good
lost the
for us.
games at 5:30. Like, well, yeah, because we were tuning up against Aston Villa, had a good 60 minutes, and then we drew the game. And Villa are a bogey side to us.
Yeah,
And even
yeah,
Brentford for me. Look, Brentford for me. They don't really have a good record against Arsenal at the Emirates, but
no,
they can pick up points. Remember the season when 2022-2023 season, Ivan Toney scored. Brentford got
yeah,
that draw against. You can call teams away from home, and you've got pretty much you've got Wissa, you've got Mbembu, you've got Nosgard, you've got some decent players, and Thomas Frank is a good manager.
he is. Yeah, he's a great manager. But yeah, I just think it's a real chance for us, mate. I mean, it's the first real chance, real great chance we've ever had because you're slightly weakened now. And as I say, I don't think Kirill's that special, and you got nobody to really replace Gabriel. And it's weaker at the back slightly. I think. I know it was Real Madrid. I'm surprised you done so well. I was surprised they were a little bit. I don't think they were at their best either. Real
No,
Madrid.
Real Madrid weren't at best because in the first half it was an even game, and Vinicius Junior was so bad. He was so bad. Vinicius
Yeah,
Junior. Timber had him in his pocket. Mbappe had a couple of decent chances. Even one chance when David Ryan made that save, when he dived for that save, and even a shot when he put it wide.
yeah.
Like we were the better team.
Well, yeah, you definitely were, mate. I thought you were really good, really great game, and of course Rice was outstanding, as we know. First time he's ever scored with 2 free kicks, believe it or not, isn't it? That seemed amazing, didn't it? When you look at them,
Well, yeah, of course.
2 incredible free kicks there, you know.
Well, Declan Rice's free kick was like very, very, very good. Like he scored 2 amazing
Mm,
free kicks. Like no one expected that. Like I was not confident going into Real Madrid, right? One single bit, but we
yeah,
beat them. I think we can. Look. I don't think the PSG Villa tie is not over yet, but I do think on paper PSG will go through
yeah. There'll be
because
a
if
tough.
Villa can get an early goal, it will be very tough. If look, that third goal was really damaged. If
Mm,
it would have ended 2-1, then I could see Villa coming back. Emery could put a masterclass, and Villa would have to get 2 to go to extra time. They
yeah,
might see out and want to play for penalties, and Martinez is very good in the penalty shootout. We've seen it before in the World Cup final for Argentina against France, so in 2022 in Qatar. So, look, I do think PSG will qualify. I think we'll just have enough to qualify.
and that's going to be
And let's
tough
wait
though.
and see. It's going to be tough over there. Real Madrid, look, if Real Madrid get an early goal, it puts
Mm,
pressure on us because then if say they score in the first 10 minutes, they
yeah,
could easily get another one. But I think ideal is if we score first, tie's done.
mm, yeah. Madrid get an early goal, game on, says Darren there. Yeah, definitely. It is. And you can't rule them out. They're going to want to play
Hey,
in
you
front of
can't
their...
rule them out. Strange things have happened. You've seen Liverpool made it incredible comebacks. You've
Mm.
seen PSG, Barcelona. Barcelona won the game 6-5. I remember Sergio Roberto scored in 2016, 2017. So you've seen it in the past. A tie is half time. It's not over, but I do expect Arsenal to be in the semi-finals of the Champions League.
I think you got that slight advantage with getting the third goal, but has helped you.
But if
I
we
think
wouldn't have scored that third goal, and if it was 2-0, I'd say, nah, it's far from over. I think we're 85. I think we're 80% through to the semi-finals and more likely to play PSG. And look, if we do get PSG,
you
that is
can't be
going that
you can't be sure when you're beating PSG. I think they looked amazing. I thought they were a great team last night
I
against
think
Villa.
PSG are our dark horse to win the Champions League.
Yeah, your job ain't done yet, and you can't give that fraud a bloody statue until he wins something. Well,
100%.
2 dinner plates. Well, yeah, great.
Do I
But
think we do I think we'll win the Champions? Do I think we'll win the Champions League? I can't really give an answer to that, but of course, I think we've got a chance. But let's see. Let's see if we get PSG in the semi-finals, and I think if we can get past that, I think we'll win it.
I
But
still think to get back against Inter Milan, it was 2-1 down against Inter Milan, Bayern.
yeah,
I think they may come back and win that. I think Barcelona are pretty much through, aren't they, at 4-0? I think it was 4-0.
100%.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, 100%. It's not. It's far from over, and it's going to be interesting ties next week. We will know when the semi-final is set, and then people will know roughly what the final's going to be. A lot of people said it would be PSG Barcelona. Don't rule out Bayern Munich.
no, you can't. No, you can't.
Bayern
No.
Munich have got to go to Inter Milan.
Mm, mm. Yeah, but I think Bayern will come back. I think they're a brilliant team, Bayern. You know, they are. They're a class team. You got Kane and everything there. So it's gonna, real chance for them to come back. So, but yeah, I don't think Villa will come back against PSG myself. I can't see it, and I think you will have PSG if you get through. And I still think PSG. I changed my tune here with that because I thought Real all day long, but I might go PSG now because I think they look superb. What a team, you know. That young guy, Dewey,
PSG for me.
I thought looked great.
Yeah, he
And
looks talented. He looks talented. They've got Bradley Bacola. They've got that guy who played for Napoli. I can't even pronounce his name, so I don't even want to butcher his name. But
is
that guy, that goal, huh?
he that tall guy, and he with has the socks down. I can't. Calavia.
Something like I don't even want to pronounce the name, but no,
Yeah.
yeah, he's unbelievable. He's unbelievable. And we could have got him in the January transfer window for 60 million. Do you know that?
Well, yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, no, you missed
Like
out on.
what a bargain that is.
Yeah, man, you do miss out on these players, don't you? I don't know why. You'd have some team if you got half these players, wouldn't you? Bloody hell.
Yeah, we would
But
be challenging, mate.
yeah, man. But yeah. But anyway, cheers for coming on, Luca. I'll just go through a few more things here.
No
What I'm
worries,
gonna.
bro. I have to bounce in a bit, but thanks for coming on, man.
Otherwise, follow me on Insta, Mr. B for Life, and subscribe to Mr. B Hive Football Chat and Mr. B Chats England Cricket. I've got plenty more streams coming up. As I say, I was supposed to do the
100%.
buzz, still buzzing, but that was 2:00. But this is overrun, so I'm going to have to do that later now. But no, never mind. But I'll do that one later, and I've got another preview with Josh later on for this game, True Gooner. That's about 4:00 now. Got plenty coming up. Obviously, reaction to whatever happens here. Hopefully, it'll be the Bees win. I'd love it to sting the Arsenal. Sorry, Luca, but I want that. I'd love
We'll
that,
see.
man. And,
My score predictions are 1-1 draw.
oh, right, yeah. I'm still going either 2 or 2-1 us. I think it's possible, you know.
You beaten us at the Emirates before. I swear you beat us in a cup once.
No, it was right a
I
few
swear
years ago.
you beaten us at the Emirates before in a cup.
Quite a while ago, I think, Luca. I think might have been.
I cannot remember. I swear it's like 2-1. I cannot remember. But yeah.
United win. Oh, he's a United fan, Darren. So he's saying they're going to win tonight.
Yeah, you beat Leon. Leon are not that good. Yeah.
Yeah, well, let's go through a quick few scores before you go there, mate. What do you reckon on that one, the score for United and Leon?
I think 2-0 Man United.
Yeah, I'll go with that. Probably it will be something like that. What's the other one? Spurs? Who they got?
Tottenham Frankfurt.
That's it.
1-1 or 1-1.
These are all
1-1.
first legs. They're all first legs, though, aren't
Yes.
they? Yeah.
It's Tottenham at White Hart Lane. It's Tottenham at White Hart Lane.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I'm going 3-1 there, Spurs.
Do you think they'll beat Frankfurt?
Yeah.
I think it'll be a draw, but let's see.
Yeah, and what are the others? Rangers, who they got? I'm trying to remember what they got now.
Bilbao.
No, Rangers losing that, surely.
Bilbao winning that. Nico Williams masterclass. Maybe go for like a 2-1 Bilbao.
I'll go 3-1.
That sounds realistic. 3-1.
Yeah, and what's the other one? The last one, Chelsea. And that's today, isn't it? As well.
Who they're playing?
Sorry?
Who they're playing? Chelsea?
Oh, God. Yeah, I'm trying to think now because it's Conference League, isn't it?
Copenhagen?
Is it then? Yeah, it might be.
I don't know. I don't know who it is.
I can't remember it now. Anyway, I think Chelsea might just win it. I'm going to go 2-1 Chelsea.
I don't know who they got, but I'll just give a prediction. Can anyone put it in Mr. B's comments? Probably go maybe 2-3-0 Chelsea.
Yeah, I'll just go a quick look here, mate, and see who they
I don't know who they got. Otherwise, I can change my prediction.
Right, let's just look at these. Who they got? Right, they got Legia Warsaw away. I'm still going to go 2-1 Chelsea.
3-0 Chelsea. Easy. 3-0 Chelsea. Yeah.
Yeah, as you said, the others, Rangers, Atletico, as you say, and Spurs, Eintracht Frankfurt. Yeah, they're all the games we said. So that's great, mate. Anyway, thanks for all that. And so what have you got coming up? You want to shout the socials out?
Content-wise, thanks. Content-wise coming up, may do a pre-record video later on. I might do a bit of League 2 predictions coming on later. Maybe there's a slim chance I might go live later.
No, it's gone again. So what's going on there? He might be back.
Nothing. Apart from that, nothing. But
And where can we find you, mate? Tell us where we can find you, on your channel. Tell us.
Mate, people keep ringing me up, bro. Sorry about that.
No worries. Anyway, shout your channel. Shout your channel out, Luca.
Mate. Man. Content-wise coming up. Mate, people keep ringing me up, bro. Yeah, maybe a pre-record video coming up today. Might.
Nope.
Oh my god.
Can't you put it on divert or whatever or something?
1 minute. 1 minute.
No worries, mate. Yeah, he's let you sort that out and then get back because he just got to shout out where his channel.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, go on, mate. Yeah, go for
it. Yeah. But no, content-wise coming up. League 2 predictions maybe tonight. And then of course I'm gonna do that and maybe as a pre-record. Might go and record that now. And then of course maybe do a live stream tonight. And then Saturday the match day vlog, and then maybe if I get a bit of time, I'll do a bit of a Brentford reaction. So that's what's coming up.
Yeah, man.
So League 2 predictions as a pre-record. So League 2 predictions, and then But thanks for having me on, bro.
Yeah, no worries, man. Anytime, anytime you're welcome.
Mate, sorry, people keep ringing me up, bro, like constantly non-stop.
Yeah, no
and I'm using my phone because I'm out.
Yeah, no worries, man. It's cool. Yeah, but as usual, I'll come on yours as well anytime, mate. It's great. You've got a great channel, lots of great content. You get loads of people on, as we all know, plenty of subscribers and everything tuning into your channel. It's brilliant, man. You know, big up to you, and hope it goes from strength to strength, which you still are, obviously. I could do with a few of those subs myself, but anyway, I'm still only on 115. But anyway, hopefully, I'll get a few more at some stage. So that's not all. It's not what it's about for me, anyway. All the subs, it's not all what it's about. So anyway. But again, thanks to Luca for coming on, and thanks to everyone that's been in the live chat. We've had Joe, we've had Mel, Darren, Josh, Harry, and Warren. So thanks to everyone that's been there and been watching live or on playback, whatever you've been doing. And until the next one, which will hopefully be the debate show, if I do that now at all. Luca's gone. But thanks to him once again. And thanks to everyone else, as I say, on watching on playback or live. And, you know, we'll be back for the reaction to this and other things. Plenty of other shows coming up. Anyway, guys, until next time, I'm out of here. Cheers, guys. Thanks, everyone. Bye.